Women's MX, and we had a great little fight last time around. And some excitement building here as we get around. And Brianna's going to get the whole shot here, so well done, Brianna. Brilliant stuff. She's going to get the Blue Crew Yamaha sorted out. Mel's there in second place. Hannah's around the outside trying to challenge for glory here. Remember, Hannah Powell had that spectacular off while leading the race last time around, so she'll be desperate to try and make up for that. We've got Mel Patterson now. What a line around the outside. She takes the lead of this one here. Letitia Alabasta, Moto 1 race winner, is stuck there in third place. So all our local competitors mixing in with the cream of New Zealand women's motocross. We talked about it at the preview of the day, how exciting it's going to be for the FIM Oceania Women's Challenge Cup. That is going to be at the New Zealand Motocross Grand Prix at Woodville at the end of January 27 and 28. So the 28th, the feature Sunday, that will be when our Honda International New Zealand Grand Prix motocross will just be absolutely brilliant with the best of New Zealand women's motocross. Have a look at this, getting exciting as we can throw a blanket over the top three. And it's Letitia with that little bit of extra pace down the back straight. She launches her way into the lead of this one here. So Letitia Alabasta proving moto number 1 wasn't a fluke. She is the one to beat here at the moment. Mel Patterson and Hannah Powell. We are going hammer and tongs into the stadium section. Brianna still there. Will be 4th place after a wonderful hole shot. And the likes of Danielle Canham. Great start up there as well. Meg Patton's got a good start. We've got plenty of excitement building here with the WEC and Coastline Electrical Women's MX. And have a look at this. We've got the change for 2nd place. Hannah Powell has gone up into 2nd, so she knows how important these early stages are. She cannot let Letitia get into a groove and run away with this one here. They were matched for lap times in moto number 1, but it was the off to Hannah that separated them overall. Now with it all on the line here, who is going to stake their claim in women's motocross here at the Summercross? 3 of them going in at the front. When they look at Danielle Canham there in 4th place, Brianna Hughes in 5th. We've got Taylor Josephs there in 6th, Ella Burns in 7th. Brooke Daly will be there coming through next. That'll be 8th place ahead of Jalala Mazaros in 9th. We've got Shannon McEwen who will be there for an incredible 10th place. As we've got non-starts for Amy Thompson and Meg Patton. So there we go with the updates that we can give you. Great little battles going on. 10-minute motos as well, so not a lot of time. Got to be neat and tidy out there, and Letitia Alabasta doing exactly that at the moment. The Patterson O'Connor team delighted to have a 1-2 finish in race number 2, but it's Hannah Powell that's potentially going to play the spoiler here on that City Honda CRF 250 in 2nd place. Loving our women's motocross. It's just growing from strength to strength and a real feature on the program here at the Summercross. And another bit of excitement for the girls this summer. A first time ever, a 4-round New Zealand Women's Motocross Championship. That's going to be delightful, Neil, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. There's a few people out there that are still saying, you know, what about the green grass of motocross? Well, to me, there is still the opportunity to do the TT, the women's TT. So if those that do like the natural terrain, if the women's that want the easier, we've got another option then by doing the New Zealand TT. So that's pretty awesome to see that we've got that scope. But to advance our sport of women motocross overall, we need them at this level on these kind of tracks, driving the standard up higher and higher, getting the media behind them, getting the crowds and the fans behind them. You know, to increase our profile of women, we need to bring them to the major events of the country. So, hey, we've got such a legacy. In fact, a few years ago, it was realised that New Zealand was the greatest women's motocross country in the world when we had veteran champion and Julia Manel, women's champion, and Catherine Prubin, junior world champion, and Courtney Duncan. And tell you what a legacy to have had for women in our sport. But not quite the same at the moment with some of those other girls and ladies moving on, but still something that's pretty special. 4 times world champion of all the country to do it. The first country to give women the vote, a highly respected country by women around the world that's looked to New Zealand as an example for the equality that women can achieve. And here we are with motocross rising and rising and rising. Over 24, I think, in the junior women's class here yesterday. How good is that? And to see the calibre of what we've got lined up here at the moment. When you think of Letitia Alabasta, when you think of Mel Patterson, you think of Hannah Powell, you know, here are 3 striving, thriving ladies doing so well on a motorbike, and they are not too far apart indeed at the moment. And they'll, of course, all be on board with our Oceania team at Woodville in 4 weeks' time for that FIM. Of all of the classes for the FIM to realise that we want to have something in Oceania. What Oceania is actually a subset of the FIM. So it's got these continents around the world. So there's Africa and there's Asia and there's the Americas and there's Europe. So they're all other continents, and that we are part of Oceania, which is us with Australia. And to have that kind of competition is great. So the funding from that comes from the FIM, the governing body of the world sport. So great to know that we can receive a boost in New Zealand from what goes on. It's a little bit like, you know, the FIFA, for example, and the Women's Cup, or the under-21, or the men's, or the women's subsets of those as well. So similar opportunity to get a major world global sporting organisation, and we can get the flow on of that here in New Zealand with the FIM Oceania rocking into Woodville in 4 weeks' time. Bring it on with the women as we ignite and delight this great field out here. Tony Ree's Honda time now, 24 past 1 on this Super Saturday of the eve of New Year's Eve for 2023, and some great moto in action.
Yeah, that's purple lap time for Letitia Alabaster, so she has got the ball by the horns here, locking away the fastest lap, a 1:56.7. Hannah just comes through with a 2-minute 1, so almost 3.5 seconds quicker than Hannah on that time around. It turned into a 9-second lead. And this one's really turning into a Letitia Alabaster superstar show. The Patterson O'Connor race team will be loving this. Mel Patterson's there in third place, so to go with the 1-2 this morning. They're a 1-3 at the moment. Then go back to Danielle Canham, who's absolutely flying here today at the Summer Cross. There in fourth place with Brianna in fifth. Taylor Josephs will be there running out to our top 6. Brooke Daly, Ella Burns, Gisela Mazaros is in ninth. And then you go back to Shannon McEwen. So our 10 remaining runners here in Women's MX. There's thrills and spills all over the racetrack. 3.5 minutes remaining. And it's catch me if you can for the delightful Letitia Alabaster.
Well, I was just saying, Brad, hadn't seen the girls for quite some time. I was at the same trail ride that they were riding last Saturday. Interestingly, the trail ride was on Letitia's father's lease property, an exceptional venue, and man, do we have an absolute blast. And I can tell you the girls beat me, no twam about that. The girls beat me, not that it's a race, it's only a trail ride, but I knew they were well and truly in front of me. Had an absolutely amazing time. Hadn't done a trail ride for a few years. It was great to get out last Saturday. It was a scorching, beautiful day as well, and a great way to start off a big summer holiday, and a whole lot of fun out there. So here we are at the moment with our women in sport and women in action. Letitia Alabaster, Hannah Powell, along with Mel Patterson in there, as we look to all of those other ladies out there. Great start though, I tell you what, as we head by the 43 of Brianna Hughes. That was superb. She got a good whole shot in there. We've got Taylor Josephs in there, of course. We've got Galila Mazosis. And we go to Danielle Canham with Shannon McEwen. We've got Amy Thompson as well as Meg Patton. So more of the girls making it happen in our sport now.
All right, 2 minutes left in this one here. So now we are into the dying stages. Letitia Alabaster still continues to streak away with this one. Another purple lap time. So again, the fastest lap of the race, a 1:56.7. So scintillating pace with Hannah Powell made a bit of a mistake on that lap around. She's back up into third place, but Mel Patterson now in here at second. So we've got a carbon copy of race number 1. Letitia, Mel and Hannah, our 1, 2 and 3. But there's plenty of excitement going in behind. Brooke Daly's up into fourth place. Ella Burns is in fifth. Then we go back to Brianna, our whole shot getter, in sixth place. Taylor Josephs, Gisela will be there in eighth. We've got Danielle Canham, after being in the top 4 a couple of laps ago, has dropped back to ninth after making a bit of a spill heading into the stadium section. And then we've got the likes of Shannon McEwen, our final and 10th runner in our electrifying WEC supported women's MX. So minute 19 to go. Neil, touch and go. We'll get the white flag next time or another lap in. But Letitia Alabaster is an absolute superstar here at the Summer Cross.
All right, so with that time coming up towards 1:30, of course, we started later today with the hold-ups due to the weather and the manicured track, but we are pushing on, and we're going to hopefully just rock through. We're not going to need to do any watering, are we? Hey, we're not going to need to get a water truck out to put the sprinklers on, that's for sure, but we are going to find that the track is only going to get better as we draw more of this moisture up out of the ground and giving us these lovely ruts and berms and corner features that are like no other. So absolutely superb today. And I hope Ben Townley's enjoying the track that he helped recreate here today as well. So thanks, BT. Love your commitment, and for what you did here today is above and beyond. So bring it on with our awesome track and our women's motocross, WMX as we call it, with Letitia Alabaster, Mel Patterson, Hannah Powell, going to Ella Burns up there. Good work from Ella Burns. Now, Ella, a young dynamic lady that's getting a lot out of her moto at the moment, and good to see her rising to the fore and getting a very good 4th place there at the moment. So go Ella as we look out for the features of this lineup. Also shout out to Fairview, exceptional windows and doors. Love your view from the simple and cost effective to the sophisticated and state of the art. Every Fairview product manufactured especially for New Zealand environment, designed to bring comfort, warmth and style to your home. Ask them by name and available from Fairview, Whakatane at 32 Gateway Drive as well. Along with WEC and Coastline Electrical, a laser photos and cameras, of course, on the strand here in Whakatane. Tony Rees Motorcycles Tracks, proud to be supporting events with their civil construction, concreting, traffic management and landscaping efforts, and of course to all of those other sponsors come together like Maxxis Tyres and iPone Lubricants, along with NZCT, the Lion Foundation, and Aotearoa Gaming Trust, with Radio 1XX and The Beacon. And a massive thanks to the Rotary Whakatane and the fantastic work that you do, and we really appreciate the help you've given marshalling and assistance to run this event. Thank you, Rotary Whakatane. You are truly the ambassadors of public service in our great country, and we appreciate you here in the Eastern Bay of Plenty. All right, back to the moto with our update still out there with Letitia in front of the field, Mel in behind her, going to Hannah to follow, and then go to Ella. So with this women's field today, I tell you what, Ella Burns wasn't all that long ago, and Ella, of course, was a front runner of our junior sport. To see how well she's riding up in the senior group at over 16 years here today is great for the Wainui Margareta. On that Sergeant Motorcycles Blue Crew, Darren Henderson supported Precise Traffic Solutions, 187 Engineering, YZF 250. Darren Henderson, a name like that, good on you, Darren. Thank you. I hope you're here today, Darren, supporting somebody like Ella. Well done, Ella Burns, following on from Chloe from Wainui Mata. Yo, chicken flag all the way, and I'm certainly knowing that these girls are feeling it here at the moment. Going to just rock through a few more of our sponsors. We've got them in our program, like Alpha Pipelines, Turbo Sound in there, MXD, your custom graphics and decals a specialist, along with MX Link, a media production for women in motorsport, RG3 suspension, along with X-Trig, also to Marine Diesel Services with ERF. Big shout out to ERF Building and Electrical on 0800 463 917. We build pole sheds, we build decks, we build fences, we build houses, we build everything. We're ERF. Another quality sponsor with racing here this weekend. So there we are with our last few ladies to pick up, and rocking through our women's moto class. Back to your program, keeping an eye on the flow of the event. Remember, we did not have the back-to-back motos simply because of the deteriorating conditions here today, but we still, hopefully in that last round, will have our what we call Joker Lane, which is an opportunity to do that shortcut over the Joker Lane race. So if you're looking for your program now at the moment on page number 7, I think it is, and let me quickly whip over to that one and get onto it. Yes, it is indeed, Saturday 30th of December. Well, the year is nearly gone, isn't it? And we are into what we call Moto 2, that is race number 2, Women's MX. Coming up next, MX3, MX2, YMX Youth, and MX1 will take us to the end of round number 2 before our third and final round. And reminder of all of those classes using the Joker Lane, coming up now. I would encourage you, particularly with some of you now will have done 2 races, women's and vets, so understand where that Joker Lane is and how it will work for you. So go and ask the questions, and maybe come over into the corner here and just have a look and know what you're going to do for that Joker Lane in our last round. Brought to you by our quality sponsors, Tony Rees Motorcycles. Coming up next, MX3. Well, almost the last to finish. Now, when you get somebody last to finish, doesn't mean to say they are last. What often happens in a race is somebody else may have been lapped and they've not done as many laps as the field, and what they find is they get to finish because they're just after the leaders who have recently overtaken them. So somebody like Brianna, who was there, she's done as many laps as the race lead, just a little bit further behind. So that word, somebody says, oh, she finished last. No, far from it. There could have been 3 or 4 or 5 or more riders that in fact have finished before her but have done 1 or more less laps. So so therefore they're actually behind her in the result. So a lot of people, oh, she said last, it wasn't all that good, or that was a bit of bad luck. Or